Quickly, I want to let you know that there are affiliate links in the description, which I am compensated for when you use my links. And I also want to make you aware that I am not an attorney, which can actually help save you some money on this video. So we're going to be talking about how to dissolve an LLC. So we're going to be going over the different steps to consider before you even get to the point of dissolving your LLC, and then the different options available to you. Now, I mentioned I'm not an attorney. The reason that can actually save you money in this video is all attorneys will say you have to use an attorney. There are instances where you may want to hire an attorney to dissolve your LLC. Typically, that happens when there's a lot of complexity around your LLC. That can mean that you have business partners, you have outstanding debts, you have different things listed in the operating agreement that make it a little bit more complex when dissolving the LLC due to those partnerships. So I'm not going to say that nobody should use an attorney to dissolve an LLC, because there's certainly situations where you can do that. But the actual process of dissolving your LLC is simpler than most people realize. But before we go through the actual process, I want to show you a quick 7 simple steps that you want to consider right here on the screen. So what we have here is a blog post which covers how to dissolve your LLC and includes a list of every single state. And I'm going to show you how to go directly through the state website and then how to use other services that are available to you, which cost a little bit extra, but can kind of give you some peace of mind throughout the process. So the 7 things you want to consider here is reviewing your company's formation documents. So this could be things such as the articles of incorporation, or perhaps the operating agreement spells out how you would want to dissolve the LLC. Now, if you don't have that operating agreement, you're a solopreneur, this can actually be a little bit simpler for you. Number 2 is notifying all stakeholders in the business. So this is, potentially other partners, employees, and also shareholders within the business. Number 3 is settle outstanding debts and obligations. Most states are going to require you to do this step before you can officially dissolve the LLC. And again, this is where if you're getting into these complexities, hiring an attorney could make sense. Number 4 is filing the necessary paperwork. Now, this is actually easier than you think. So I'm going to show you an actual example of a couple different ways that you can go about this. For you, in your situation, what I would say is look up the state and then LLC and entity search that you created the LLC in. In my particular case, it's Colorado. I recently started an LLC for tutorial purposes here called Serenity Now Yoga Studio. So if I search that, here's where I can actually see the actual LLC right now, and it's in good standing. If I click on the ID number here, next what I can do is click on File a Form. Now, this is Colorado. It will be different for you depending on which state you're in. But in this particular case, this is how easy it is. I click on File a Form and then Dissolve a Limited Liability Company. Then I am just going to simply go down this page and fill out the information. And in the state of Colorado, it's very cheap. They charge a $10 fee for dissolving the LLC. That fee typically is anywhere from like $10 to $100 depending on which state you're in. So then once I go through this process, I will get an email back from the state once the LLC is officially dissolved. If you're worried about it, a month or 2 months out, you can always go back to this entity search and search that name. Then what you'd see on this list is you'd actually see the event Articles of Dissolution and when that happened, so that you know that that has been dissolved. Now, we've talked about an attorney doing this for you. We talked about it doing yourself through the state website. If you're a little bit nervous doing it yourself and it's going to, ruin your sleep for a while, or it's going to be what I call an orbiter, a thing that just kind of randomly comes around your head and you think about from time to time, it may be worth just paying a service to do this for you. So at Bizee, you can actually go through, if you ordered your LLC with them, simply click your LLC and then begin the process of dissolving it. But if you haven't, what you can do is you can actually go, and there's a link in the description below. Again, that is an affiliate link, which I am compensated for, but it is still the same price to you. But you can go over here and you can click on New Company. And then what you do is you select your entity type, which in this case is LLC, your state, your company name, and then also the designator. Then you simply put in the company address and then go through this process. Now, the thing to know here is when you're doing this through a service like Bizee, they will charge you the state fee, which is $10, but then the processing fee, which is $149 for them to do it on your behalf. So that is where the additional cost comes in, but that is up to you. What I would recommend though, is that you go through the state website to make sure you are putting in the information exactly as it appears and then entering that into into Bizee. So again, you can just go back here and then you can pull up and look at your order ID number and then see exactly how this is named and what the addresses are, etc. So in the description below, you will find links to the resources mentioned in this video, including the link to Bizee if you'd like to have them dissolve your LLC for you. And then what we have on the screen here is a video that shows you the top 7 LLC services that you can consider if you are interested in setting up another LLC, or perhaps you're looking into other services for dissolving your LLC as well. All right, I'll catch you in that next video.